Welcome to the channel. This is more of a public service announcement. If you have the old Veritas router that has a depth stop like this, stick with me because they made a better one. Let me start by giving you guys a little bit of background information. So I did a review of 6 different router planes, reviewing their prices, specs, that kind of stuff. I'll put a link in the corner up to that. What I was telling people is that the Veritas router plane won, in my opinion. Check out that video to see why, but I love this plane, and it's hands down my favorite tool in the shop, but it has an issue with this depth stop. So I was telling people that normally I just keep it down here. I don't even use it. So what's the issue? When I tighten this down and it's touching the depth stop, watch. It just keeps spinning. So the first thing that I learned is the holes in here, you're supposed to take like 2 Allen keys or 2, I don't know, whatever, and pinch it together to tighten it down and lock it in place. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to take 2 tools to tighten the tool down to then use the tool. The other thing I learned is this is old, and Veritas did improve it because they saw the issue. So then I was like, well, do I have to buy a whole new router plane, or can I just buy that part? Sent Lee Valley an email, boom. You can buy just that part. It only costs you $4. You do have to pay for shipping, but you can combine it. So you can't just go online and click buy. You have to email them or call them and say, hey, I want to order, this part. And then you can say, please add a medium router plane. Please add Wonder Dogs, something like that. And then you can get the free shipping on it. I do have to comment on something else too. You can look at my subs. I'm not sponsored by anybody. But the Lee Valley customer service is just phenomenal. It's always just blown me away. When I was a newbie woodworker and didn't really know how to set up a plane, I reached out to them with like dumb questions. I was trying to use a block plane as like the nail hiders where you take a huge shaving, put a nail in and glue it back down. The guy called me and he was like, you can't really do that with this plane. So he talked to me about how to set it up and, all this kind of stuff. And that was amazing. And when I called for this order, I really wish that I would remember the lady's name that I spoke to, because she was hands down the best customer service person that I ever spoke to ever. And it was just a great conversation. So I highly recommend their customer service. They stand behind their products. I mean, obviously they saw an issue and they improved it. And that to me speaks volumes. I hate when a tool company sees an issue and just says, oh well, so they're awesome. If you need this part, go ahead and send them an email and then I will show you guys what it's about. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So there's a groove in here. That was my mistake. I needed to tighten the blade down. There's a groove right there that fits on that blade so it doesn't spin. Should have picked a thinner piece of wood. There we go. So I like that it tightens. I mean, I'm sure if I really crank it down that it's going to move it and mess up the threads, but right there, I mean, you would have to really try to get this thing to move now. And I didn't tighten it down that far, but man, this is awesome. This is awesome. See, I didn't tighten the blade down. Man, I love this.
Nice.
So there we go. If you have the old style depth stop on this router plane, I highly recommend reaching out to them and getting this part. Again, it's only $4, but it has completely changed the way that I'm going to use this plane. I used to have to draw a line on the side of the board and plane and check and plane and check and to make sure that I wasn't going past that. This took the guesswork completely out, and it's going to be more accurate because now I can pinch a piece in there and that tells me how far I need to go. And I love that. I'm super excited about this. If you guys can't tell, I love this plane, and now it just got better. So reach out to Lee Valley if you want this. Again, their customer service is amazing. They'll be able to help you out. I know some people are concerned with tightening this down too far and messing up your threads, but Don't tighten it down that far. Don't bust out a wrench and really crank down on this. You don't need to. So just snug it up and you're good. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, anything like that, feel free to let us know down below, and I hope you enjoyed.